We want to bridge the gap between performance and aesthetics. We do this through compound movements and high volume accessory work. It's a low impact way to improve your CrossFit, and it's also a great way to change the way your body looks and feels. Today is going to be an upper body push pull, and we're starting with some wide grip bench press. On bench press, wide is going to be a little bit different for everybody. So what we suggest is going about 2 inches wider than whatever your normal bench press grip is. It's going to make the bench press a more chest dominant movement for us today. We're also going to be supersetting our wide grip bench press with inverted barbell rows.
Just finished warming up. I started with some banded presses and I load one arm. And so what it's forcing me to do is it's warming up my shoulders and then also activate my stabilizers. And that helps me get a lot of good blood flow and get ready for what's coming, which is going to be a wide grip bench press. And we're going to start with 12, 10, 10, 8, building up in weight throughout these 4 sets.
For this style of lifting, we almost never work off of percentages. Even with our compound lifts, we're normally working off of perceived effort. So we're looking for most of our work to be in those last 3 to 4 reps, or for those last 3 to 4 reps to kind of be our challenging reps. We should always have at least a couple more in the tank. We're not looking to go to failure, and we will build over the course of each one of these sets. On the inverted rows, we always suggest going palms facing you or a supinated grip like a chin up. It tends to make it a little bit easier to make it a pulling motion, engaging our lats, and it helps keep our traps from being in our shoulder, which happens more often when we've got double overhand.
For the wide grip, I like to take my narrow grip, find my neutral grip, and then go another thumbs width, so about 2 inches like Patrick said, which is going to be about my ring finger on the first smooth line of the barbell. And when I get set there, I like to focus on making sure that I'm pulling my shoulder blades underneath of my body. So I have 3 points of contact, my upper back, my butt, and my feet on the floor. And then from there, I'm creating tension by sliding my scaps under my body with my upper back. So that way I can isolate my pec as I press the bar, as I lower the bar down and then press the bar back up.
Before moving on to our next exercises, we're going to do a pull finisher and a push finisher. Whatever our final set of 8 was, so our heaviest set, we're going to take 50% of that weight and we're going to do 1 set of max reps, looking for at least 20 plus bench press at that weight. Then we're going to do 30 single arm banded rows each arm for our push pull finisher. Then we'll move on to some dumbbell lat pullovers and some banded flies, which we'll show you guys in just a second. For our banded rows, I want to think about dropping my shoulders and keeping them in that position. We don't want to engage our traps. We want to be sure that we're using our lats, and we want to feel our shoulder blades moving. So I'm going to be reaching up towards the pull-up bar, then I'm going to turn my palm towards the ceiling as I pull, keeping my elbow nice and close to the side of my body.
Holy pump. You gotta have wings. So a little pro tip, I really love to put my hand on my lat for the tactile cue, so I can make sure that I'm squeezing where I should be and I'm not using anything else to do the work, because I want to grow that nice good back, have nice strong lats. So our compound lift is checked off. That's usually the first thing we do every day. So now we're going to get into the accessory work. We're going to have 3 sets of dumbbell lat pullovers with banded flies. We're gonna go 8 dumbbell lat pullovers with 20 banded flies. Your dumbbell should be relatively heavy because we're in that 8 rep range, but we wanna make sure we keep a nice, good, loose grip on our hands as the dumbbell pulls us back, and then we can use our lats to lift the dumbbell back up. So we'll demonstrate those for you. Today's video is sponsored by LMNT. Plain water is not the best way to hydrate. Whether you had a couple drinks, worked your ass off in the gym, or just living an active, healthy lifestyle, our body needs electrolytes for optimal hydration. Electrolytes facilitate hundreds of functions in the body, such as the conduction of nerve impulses, hormonal regulation, nutrient absorption, and maintaining proper fluid balance. LMNT can help and prevent headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, sleeplessness, and other common electrolyte deficiency problems. It's science-backed, containing 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, and contains no sugar, no coloring, no gluten, or artificial ingredients, making it perfect for keto, low-carb, and paleo diets. LMNT is what I choose to get me through my toughest training sessions, so I'm confident that I'm hydrated, allowing me to perform my best. Right now, LMNT is offering my subscribers, that's you guys, a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serving packets free with any LMNT order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors or share LMNT with a salty friend. Get yours at drinklmnt.com/Christy Ermo. The deal is only available through my link, so make sure to head to drinklmnt.com/Christy Ermo to get your sample pack today.
For the dumbbell lat pullover, there's a few things that you can think about to make these target the right muscle group, as well as maybe feel a little bit more comfortable. One is that nice loose grip like Christy was talking about. We don't want to be holding the dumbbell handle. We only want to be supporting the head of the dumbbell with a diamond shape in our hands. It's going to be nice and loose. The next thing that I want to think about is keeping the small of my back flat against the bench. If we start arching and the small of our back creates a gap, you guys will probably be able to lift more weight and even have a bigger range of motion, but we're not going to get the same target on the lats. If you guys can keep the small of your back flat against the bench, we may be a little bit lighter, but the reps are going to be a little bit more challenging and you're going to feel much more work happening at the lats.
All right, our last piece of our shoulder work before we get to our core stuff is we're gonna have plate front raises working our shoulders. So we're gonna be going 10 plate front raises followed by 8 to 10 dip negatives where we are having a slow descent. So the work and the strength is actually being built on that eccentric. So if you need to, you can jump up to get into that support position. And then we're gonna be trying to lower down in at least 3 seconds, if not longer, for each of those reps. You could do this on a stationary dip bar or on the rings, whatever's gonna be better for you.
For the plate front raises, something you guys want to do is use a light enough weight that you can keep your shoulder blades back and down the entire time. If you start rounding forward to compensate, you've gone too heavy.
All right, we got through the shoulder stuff, so our finisher is core work. We do core work 3 times a week at a minimum, and most people don't want to do the core work, but they want a strong core. Strong core is going to help everything we just did earlier and more. So today's core work is going to be 3 to 4 sets of 12 weighted ceiling crunch, 12 and 12 half kneeling banded power-off press, and then a 30-second hollow hold plus flutter kick. You'll go through that for 3 to 4 sets as you feel good. Calf press is one of my favorite exercises. So when you set this up, there's a couple things that are really important. First, the band is going to be right around your chest height. You don't want it pulling you down or pulling you up. Then when we find our half kneeling position, we're going to come so our front leg is about in line with the band where we want the band to finish. Our outside leg away from the rig post is going to be the one that's in front. Then I would grasp. Try not to hold it in your fingertips, but get it in your palm, grasping both palms together, so then we can square our torso and our hips. From here, when we finish this press position, we want our band to be exactly parallel or in line. What we don't want to see is punching past the rig post so the band is pulling us backwards, or not punching far enough forward. Wherever it is hitched, it should be a straight line to that finished position. And then I like to hold for 1 second and really feel the band wanting to pull me in. But what I have to do is use my abdominals to prevent the band from pulling me in. So that's where we get that really good core strength from as we're doing these power presses.
If you want to change the way that you look and feel, check the link below or go to ibextraining.com. We'll catch you guys in the next one.